Hey man, you ever looking to flatter?
The world is a lie. Nothing is real. The world is a lie. There is nothing I can feel. Mama didn't tell me that the world is unreal. Imaginary world of lies and unreal. The truth, the lies and the truth and fairy tale lies not have a prince of Wales. I never get told what is real and true. That's why I put truth out of the blue. Never really cared. No one really cares that our heart get hurt. The world is a lie. Nothing is real. This world is a lie. There is nothing I can feel. This world is a lie. Nothing is real. This world is a lie. There is nothing I can feel.
Big Brother isn't just a figurehead, he's an omnipresent entity. Through the eyes of Winston Smith, we are introduced to a society where privacy is an illusion, history is malleable, and independent thought is the gravest crime. As Winston secretly rebels against the party, we bear witness to the terrifying might of a state that seeks to control not just actions, but the very fabric of reality and human consciousness. Terms like doublethink and thought crime emerge, encapsulating the psychological torment of living in a world devoid of truth. Orwell's masterpiece, written in the aftermath of World War II and amidst the rise of totalitarian states, serves as a grim reminder. It speaks of the dangers of unchecked power, the erosion of individual freedoms, and the profound cost of sacrificing truth at the altar of political expediency. If you'd like to hear us talk about more areas of politics, literature, history, and far more, please do like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you for watching.
I heard the news today, oh boy. The earth is flat and there's no outer space. And though the news was rather bland, I just had to laugh. NASA's got photographs. Kubrick tried to get it out.
I mean, at amazing speeds.
He didn't know if their perception had changed. The crowd of sheeple sat and stared. They'd seen this film before, but nobody could really see what he had been so cryptic
I guess
for.
so far for me, I like the waters, the shallow waters.
I'd love to turn you on.
Man's inadequate body will never be able to leave the earth. No matter what they tell you, no matter what they tell you.
Cause baby, the world ain't round, it's square. The world ain't round, it's square.
Whistleblower was speaking as he continues to live in isolation in Russia, following a major leak of information regarding the way the government agencies monitor and use our personal data. However, he took some time recently, just Friday, and he spoke to scientist Neil deGrasse Tyson, the Star Talk podcast, to make some incredible claims. Listen to this. Snowden states, so if you have an alien civilization trying to listen for other civilizations, or our civilization trying to listen for aliens, there's only one small period in the development of a society when all of their communication will be sent via the most primitive and most unprotected means. So when you think about it, everything that we're hearing through our satellites, or everything they're hearing from our civilization, if there are indeed aliens out there, all their communications are encrypted by default. So what we're hearing that's actually an alien TV show or, a phone call is indistinguishable to us from cosmic microwave background radiation. So basically, according to Snowden, in my opinion, he's basically saying that they have leaking complications as well, and they encrypt their messages so people can't read them, even humans or other civilizations out there, unless there are aliens that want to leak information out like Snowden has been doing over the past few years. What do you think, people? Do you think there's an alien encrypted code that the human technology, the scientists right now, would never be able to recognize an alien message trying to be sent to us? Now, speaking of leaks, listen to this. A naval officer tells us exactly what he saw hidden in Antarctica. A naval officer tells us what he remembers, including seeing a huge opening in the ice in a no-fly area they were crossing with medical emergency on board. Then he ferried up a group of scientists who had disappeared for 2 weeks and has specifically been warned not to refer again to this subject. As he put it, they look scared. Antarctica has been long considered one of the most mysterious places on Earth. Therefore, it's not strange that numerous conspiracy theories accounts have been proposed throughout the years trying to explain some of the many enigmatic occurrences on Earth's most isolated continent. For years, people have claimed that Antarctica is one of the most guarded places on Earth for a good reason. Many authors have proposed that there are many intelligent, interesting things hidden beneath the Antarctica that are kept away from society. Talk about ancient civilization inhabiting Antarctica has existed for decades. What if, in the distant past, when Earth and Antarctica were much different than today, an ancient civilization developed there, creating fascinating structures and monuments and temples? Would we find evidence of their existence today? Well, many people claim we already have, and I agree. But why has Antarctica become a center of conspiracy theories as of late? Perhaps one of the greatest reasons is because it's so isolated, and you can't just travel there if you wish. Furthermore, even though we know about Antarctica only for a little over 100 years, there are numerous ancient maps that depict past of Antarctica free of ice. One of the most controversial maps, without a doubt, composed in 1513 by Turkish Admiral Piri Reis, who drew a map that would create a global debate over 500 years after him. The map depicts Antarctica, which was discovered between 1818 and 1820. But how is this possible? The history of Antarctica emerges from early Western theories of a vast continent known as Terra Australis, believed to exist in the far south of the globe. The term Antarctic referring to the opposite of the Arctic Circle. Now take a look at this. In 2012, a satellite image of Antarctica spotted a strange oval-shaped formation in one of the most remote places on the planet. While thousands of miles away from modern society, this strange oval-shaped structure raised numerous questions among experts. At 400 feet across, experts analyzed the image that it could be a structure, a result of Mother Nature. They say the unusual shape of the structure suggests it may be man-made. Now, the image is just one of many odd things that have been found in the Antarctic, and many authors and whistleblowers claim that there's more to Antarctica than we've ever been told. What is referred to as truly shocking and astonishing claims this official Navy officer states that he saw a huge opening in the ice where there would be no flyovers by any craft. Why is it there? What's it doing there? I want to get your opinions, people. Now, could the naval officer be referring to Hollow Earth? Well, in February 1947, Admiral Richard Byrd was in charge of a massive operation in the Arctic that was called Operation High Jump. He was given the Medal of Honor by our United States government. In that period, Admiral Richard E. Byrd, together with Admiral Forrestal, who was a member of the Majestic 12, those had a great alien-related knowledge, had the opportunity to fly unexpectedly to land beyond the North Pole, and for the first time to visit Hollow Earth. Admiral Forrestal was appointed in 1947 by President Harry S. Truman as the first United States Secretary of Defense. Photos today are showing us through satellite some of the entrances to Hollow Earth in Antarctica, and some unexplained and mysterious hidden locations in the North Pole, probably including among them the entrance that Admiral Byrd had entered the Hollow Earth in 1947 to land beyond the North Pole, where he wrote books that has still been kept a secret and away from publication and from the entire world by the USA and other governments. What do they not want Admiral Byrd to share in his publicated books? Get them out there. We want to see it. It sounds like they're covering something up. Something massive. Is there an entrance to Hollow Earth in Antarctica? What's furthermore disturbing, James Forrestal was thrown out of a 16-story window despite the claims that he had committed suicide. He was going to go public with the information that he knew and the secrets he was going to release. Admiral Byrd wrote an extensive document diary of his journey into the Earth via the North Pole, which he would publish soon after all the books were banned and retrieved, except for the diaries that he and his family had held under lock and key. The government at one time gave Byrd 8 months and unlimited funding to retrieve a couple UFOs embedded somewhere in the North. I want to thank everybody for joining me right here at Third Phase of Moon. And don't forget, our Friday show is coming up. It starts 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Call in 347-934-0378. Share your UFO experience to the world. We'll see you very soon. And keep your eyes on the skies and have a steady hand, because you never know when things are going to go down. And if you capture something, send it to us right here at Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins, we'll see you again next time.
Long ago, I learned that all engineering is a matter of designing machines to solve problems. I'm Neil Armstrong. The Apollo program, I acquired a respect for the ability of Chrysler Corporation engineering to help solve some of the incredible problems of space travel. Now I've seen what they've done for cars, and I'm convinced Chrysler engineering has solved many of the problems that concern all drivers. By pioneering the use of front-wheel drive in small American-built cars, given them a new kind of control, handling. The bigger cars, they have engines and transmissions that are right for the times. Sport coupes have been given clean, aerodynamic designs that slice through the wind. As an engineer, I find the cars from Chrysler Corporation exciting, innovative approaches to the needs we all have today. I think you will, too.
Going extinct is a bad thing.
Come aboard, brother! I'm going to recommend to the disciplinary committee that you be expelled.
And a string of
prize-winning physicist.
Is there something you long believed to be true and found out wasn't?
I can just shoot it. And then I've changed my mind about that. And it will know in advance what I want to do or choose to do, and I will be helpless in its intelligence.
Pet peeve.
Oh. Prize-winning physicist. Prize-winning physicist. I've stupid. Yeah, so it's a stupid one, and I don't make a big deal of it. But I just don't use that word that way.
Maybe not look precisely like the demon you created.
Yes. I bite them on the nose.
Yeah.
And on the ear.
Just
and the heels. And they scalp it. They go across the street.
People do realize it's you, though.
It is funny, though. Because
I don't know if you could sense it, but I have some ceremonies before the screening of the movie. Okay.
No.
Star who had an unhappy childhood.
I was the only child. I was a bit lonely, that's all. I had a lonely school career. And that's what it was when I was there. And it dogged me for years and years and years. And I don't regret 1 minute of it, because it was the rocket fuel that made me become an actor.
Yeah, you couldn't learn anything. You either would or couldn't learn mathematics. You felt you didn't belong anywhere. You thought you were...
That's true. That is all true.
I think they convinced you were stupid.
Yes, they did.
And
I wanted to be a pianist. Actually, I just wanted to be very famous because I wanted to meet Claire Bloom.
And
Man and Wife in The Doll's House on film.
And she disappoints you. And
yeah, she was fine. I couldn't belong amongst my colleagues in school, you know, my contemporaries. The only bridge to kind of normal living was for me to mimic schoolmasters.
And
anyone in authority.
And
politicians and politicians and I also played politicians, and I was a very lonesome politicians, but all this was fodder for my future as an actor. And politicians and
if you can survive the childhood,
it is the most painful part of one's life, I think.
Yeah, I really had a happy one is deluded, as they find out of their psychoanalysis. It seems to me everybody in Wales is related. There only seem to be about 5 family names. Everyone's is either an Evans or a Richards or
That's right, Jones, Davis.
Yeah,
There is one level Earth question that is often used as a defense mechanism by stubborn globe defenders. It's more rhetorical than inquisitive, and tends to be their final discussion point before refusing to engage further with the subject. This question, formulated one of several ways, is, so what if the Earth is level? Why does the shape of the Earth even matter? What difference does it make to my life? Firstly, the thing of crucial importance is not the shape, it's the lie. The lie of heliocentrism is one of the most insidious lies imaginable that replaces our common sense and lived experience with unproven theories and explanations from supposed experts. When children are indoctrinated to abandon the evidence of their senses in favor of this nonsensical globe model, a schism occurs in their psyche where they are no longer able to trust their own senses and experience, and instead must trust information completely contrary to it, presented by perceived authority figures. To teach such a false cosmology is incredibly deceitful and disempowering to the individual, and the result is that humanity has become just like the slaves in Plato's allegory of the cave. A child who learns not to trust the evidence of their senses becomes forever imprisoned within Plato's cave. A world of distorted shadows cast by Plato's puppet masters that blinds them to the reality beyond. So, why does the shape of the Earth matter? Again, it's not about the shape. It's about the lie. To fool nearly the entirety of humanity for multiple generations, stripping people of their common sense and replacing it with carefully crafted lies, is obviously a matter of serious importance. It is one of the most psychologically devastating things that could be perpetrated upon an individual, and seeing through it should be one of the most revealing revelations of a lifetime. So, when someone asks the foolish question of what difference does it make, that is already evidence of extreme psychological distortion. If knowing the truth doesn't matter to your life, what does that say about your life? The level Earth is an epic epiphany that changes many people to their core, affirming their common sense, developing their critical thinking skills, and reigniting a spirit of discovery and adventure. In this way, the level Earth revelation is holistically helpful and truly transformational for many on an individual level. Even more importantly, however, is if humanity succeeds in fully exposing this egregious lie, and finally rooting out the liars, the beneficial ripple effect it will have throughout society is massive. Once these foundational facts are realized, these governments, universities, media outlets, and other entangled organizations suddenly and completely lose all credibility. The resulting mass mental exodus away from the control system is exactly what is needed. Essentially, once the Earth conspiracy is exposed, so is every other important conspiracy by proxy, because this so-called mother of all conspiracies holds under its umbrella so many fundamental and foundational facts, and fully reveals them.
We know it won't run under its own power. We know we can't pull it. But if we could figure out a way to push it, huh? That's it.
Different types of people out there, and people get so angry with you or me for giving them just this different, opinion.
Information at your fingertips. And the controllers of society are well aware of this and have been long at work making sure to push the globe propaganda at all angles and censor this real information anywhere they can.
We know it won't run under its own power. We know we can't pull it. But if we could figure out a way to push it, huh? That's it. Don't stop, can't stop. It's like a freight train. Don't stop, can't stop until you feel it go down.
Le cercle complet de la planète.
Says he believes in flat Earth.
But then he said he was just floating that out there to see what people would say.
Well, he floated that out there, too. He should have known what everybody was going to think. And Ernie, I got one worse than flat Earth theory. This is the same dude that want to play with LeBron. His credibility is shot.
Flat, right?
Flat Earth.
Seems flat, right?
Flat.
The Earth is flat.
NASA has been busted left, right, upside down, everywhere.
Le cercle complet de la planète Terre. 24 personnes, puis c'est toutes des Américains. I've spoken with enough people over the past while to realize that people are sort of, seems horrible to say, but kind of used to astronauts. We're used to people going up to space to the ISS, whether it's billionaires, whether it's people traveling around the world. Lots of people have done that. But every time you see a picture from those people, those astronauts in space, you see part of the curve of the Earth. Because for close to 50 years, everyone who's gone into space has just stuck to the orbit around the Earth. In the entire history of humanity, only 24 people have actually seen the full circle of the Earth. Because you have to get at least most of the way to the moon before you can see that. 24 people have ever seen with their own eyes the circle of the Earth. And now a Canadian is going to be part of the very next people to see that. It's a great day for Canada. It's a great day for us all. Les besoins.
But it was a small film that went a long way. Materialism.
It's evil! Don't touch it!
And there was much rejoicing.
Flat earthers. Your days on YouTube are numbered.
So we
put a box saying, nope, the Earth is not flat.
Correct. If we are just suddenly saying, like, we believe this to be true, I mean, look, like, is the Earth flat? Like, I think most people think it's flat. There are people out there who think it's flat.
Right. I think flat earthers.